Hey folks, today we're just going to film a quick removal and replacement of the radio in an E90, or in my case an E92 BMW. They should be the same across the line there. I have a bunch of dead pixels on mine, and I had a friend who had one that fully functions, so it was worthwhile to just take her old one once she replaced it with a nice LCD screen and swap it out with mine so that hopefully I can get rid of all those dead pixels. So as you can see here, it took me a lot of fidgeting before I could actually get the climate controls out of the center console. And essentially what I learned from this is that you have to be very careful with this plastic as it becomes very brittle once it's aged. And in my particular case, this plastic is now 13 years old. So it's going to break easily once you actually get it to that point. So what I learned is that you need to take it out carefully from the sides first, because there are two clips in the side of the climate controls that actually hold the entire assembly in, and then if necessary you can take that face cover off after the fact without actually having to disassemble it all before getting that whole assembly out. So for the removal of the radio assembly, you're going to have two Phillips screws to remove. They're just the ones directly below the radio, not the T20 Torx screws that are far below that. And then it's just a matter of pulling it straight out, and you'll have two real cords to remove here. One of them is the radio antenna cord, and the other one contains the rest of the assembly. For that other cord, or assembly of cords rather, you're going to want to unclip the top by pushing off that clip. It pushes forward, and once that releases, you can pull it straight out. So the next step in the process is going to be basically retracing your steps with the new radio assembly. Now, the first thing to do is plug in those cords. I'm grabbing the radio antenna first. It only plugs in one direction because of the design of the clip, so you shouldn't have an issue with that. Next, you're going to want to reinsert that larger clip with all of the rest of the cords, and that's a matter of just clipping that back in the same way you did unclip it. Now you can reinsert that whole assembly. Here I had to struggle with that a little bit because the radio antenna got in the way a bit, but it slides right in just as the previous one slid out. And I'm just going to take this opportunity to test out my radio before fully reassembling the whole center console here. And as you can see, there are no more dead pixels on my screen, which is just fantastic. It's completely readable where before it wasn't at all. Alright, and then to finish up with the installation, you're just going to want to put those two screws back in right below the radio there. And once you have those secured, then you can just insert that climate control panel right back in where it went before. And just like that, you have completed the install of your radio, and hopefully you get the same satisfaction that I do of no longer having any dead pixels, which is really great. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far in the video, please leave a like on it and consider subscribing to my channel as I post related car content as well as tech and other content, and I will be doing a giveaway at 1,000 subscribers. That said, thank you so much for watching. Leave any questions you might have in the comments below.